Hi, it's Kiefer Bates here, and today I thought I'd talk a bit more about transactions and clearing and settlement, because I had some questions about my comparison of Bitcoin to Visa and describing Bitcoin as a settlement system. So basically, the reason why we have this system of clearing and settlement is because if every bank was to have a bank account with every other bank so they could transact directly, then, for example, in a world where there were 50 banks, you would need to have 50 times 49 divided by 2, that's 1,225 bank accounts in total. And this number actually expands sort of exponentially as more and more banks get added to the mix. So, as you can see, that's not very practical in the traditional centralized world. You just end up with far too much admin for all these connections. So as a result, the solution is to have clearing banks. So you have a central bank, a clearing bank, and all the banks have bank accounts with that clearing bank. And that way you only have 50 bank accounts instead of the 1,225. And as a result, if Bank A wants to send something to Bank B, they don't do it directly. They inform Bank B that they're sending the money. Then they inform the clearing bank that they want to transfer the money to Bank B, and clearing bank moves the money from Bank A's clearing bank account into Bank B's, and then B can draw it out into their own local system. So the transaction is A and B agreeing that they want to transfer. The clearing is the central bank getting a record of this transaction, and the settlement is when the clearing bank actually moves the funds between the accounts so that Bank B can get hold of it. Now, in Bitcoin you don't have a central bank, because effectively the entire system means that you can have bank accounts between any two parties, because a Bitcoin address is basically a bank account, and your wallet is what makes you basically a bank. And if you want to transfer Bitcoin from one of your addresses in your wallet to someone else, well, you just do it. And the settlement happens within about 10 minutes, in that your transaction should be in a block by that time, and it's locked down within about 4 to 6 transactions. So that means that everything has cleared and settled within an hour. The existing financial systems don't operate that quickly, and that's why I was saying that Bitcoin is, in terms of settlement, much faster than traditional systems. The closest you could sort of come to a clearing bank is if you use a sidechain on a cryptocurrency like Bitcoin. So, for example, if you use the Lightning Network, what you can do is you and some other parties can effectively stake some of your Bitcoin on the sidechain, do lots and lots of microtransactions, and then at the end of all the microtransactions, when you actually want to get your hands on your cryptocurrency, you settle by confirming this back with the Bitcoin main chain. So in that sense, a sidechain sort of operates like a clearing bank, but the analogy isn't perfect, and that's not surprising. Cryptocurrency is a brave new world. You wouldn't expect everything to translate into conventional terms. It's a bit like trying to explain electric cars to somebody who's only ever seen steam engines on a track. Okay, so hope that made sense. Maybe you've learnt a bit. I certainly did, by going and looking up a whole bunch of this stuff, because it wasn't all there in my head beforehand. I hope you found that interesting. A little bit longer today, maybe to counteract yesterday's post. See you in the next post. Bye for now.